Hi founders, welcome to OpenVC. Let me show you in a few minutes how to raise capital on OpenVC. Right now I'm on the dashboard. This is where you have all the key information and links and tips. So that's the cockpit for your raise, and you'll come back to this page often. Now let's jump to the search investor menu here. And this is your investor list. It is filtered based on your startup information, and you can always edit that in your settings. And so here I have 1,242 investors that are potentially a good fit. Then the next step I recommend is open the firm profile. So here, co-founder capital, for example, and you'll find more info about their check size, do they lead rounds, what type of investor they are, what they invest in, etc. So in this case, for example, they do B2B software in North Carolina and Southeast US. So this helps you narrow down the search and focus on the people that are a really good fit for you, so you don't waste your time. Another really cool feature, and honestly, that's probably the best thing for me. In this box here on the right, you have reply rates and response time. So you know that those guys, they answer to around 2/3 of the data they receive from OpenVC, and they do that within 5 days. So this is where we try to give you a bit of transparency and visibility on, what kind of interaction you'll have with those people. And then you have the two buttons here. Pink button is for cold emails. White button is for warm intros. So let's review those options. Let's say that I want to cold email co-founders capital because I'm in the Southeast in the US. I click the button. I see that Daniel is on the platform, so I'm going to click the button here. And here we go. Your cold email is generated for you based on information you provided. So there's a template, and as you can see, it's customized. Hi, Daniel. The first name is inserted. Your most recent pitch deck is already attached. We have generated a unique link, including analytics and tracking and all that good stuff. But you can switch to a different version if you want. You can host as many versions as you want on OpenVC. And just hit submit deck, and that's it. Just like that, you send your cold email to Daniel. But let's say that I would like to try to get an intro, because of course, an intro, if you have one, is always better. And I see here this white button here, 3 intros found, so I'm going to click here. Now this feature is called the Intro Finder. It's a premium feature, so it's available with the paid membership. And here I can see there are 3 people at Co-Founders Capital I might have a connection with: Reed, Scott, and Daniel. So Daniel is the one we saw just before, and we found 2 more people that I might be connected with. But I see these are not super strong connections. I mean, I'm going to take a look. So, okay, for example, Nathan here, where we are connected on LinkedIn, and he's connected to Reed on LinkedIn. But to be honest, it's not a super strong connection, and I would probably skip that. I would probably not even try it. But let's try to find another one, maybe a more meaningful one. Here with Greycroft, I have 13 intro pathways. Okay, now that's more interesting. I see that, for example, with Kishan. Okay, so if I wanted to reach out to Kishan, I could ask Abdallah for an intro. I know Abdallah very well because, and this is where this is really cool, we had 11 calls or meeting in the past year with Abdallah. And so this is pulled from Google Calendar, Gmail, and LinkedIn, and other data sources. And so this is not just, oh, they're connected on LinkedIn. It goes much deeper than that. And then Abdallah himself has had some interactions with Kishan. Now, not super strong connection. So I would probably just, honestly, I would shoot a message on WhatsApp to Abdallah, and I would ask him, hey man, it seems like you might know Kishan. Like, how good do you guys know each other? Any chance for an intro, right? So again, this is based on your own existing connections on LinkedIn and Google. So the bigger your network and the more intro paths we can highlight for you. And that's pretty much it for the investor list and investor access part of things. But when you raise capital, an investor list is not enough. You will need other tools that will plug onto that list. You will need a fundraising CRM, and you will need pitch deck tracking, and yeah, a whole suite. And that's where OpenVC is really cool, because instead of just reaching out to people randomly, I can just click add to CRM here. Okay, and you see it's loading. Investor has been added to the CRM. And now if I go to my menu here, CRM, and here I am. Now this is your typical investor pipeline. It is pre-configured. It's optimized for early stage fundraising. You have all the stages and all that stuff. And this is basically the little list that I built for myself. And yeah, I can see co-founders capital has been added at the bottom here. I could drag and drop it anywhere I want. And so this is where you will be able to manage the process, and not just reach out to people one time, but have a continuous, sustained conversation in the sales process. Now let's look at this card here, Level Up Ventures, and this is where you'll find more cool features. And honestly, we really built OpenVC as if we were users. So this is stuff that I wish I had when I raised fund the first time for myself, for my previous company. So here you see, with Level Ventures, I have my pitch deck information here. So pitch deck was sent via OpenVC, and I have my analytics directly inside the CRM. And that sounds obvious, but in most cases, if you use a third-party deck viewer, you'd have to jump tabs, right, between your deck viewer and your CRM, your Google Sheet, your Airtable, whatever. Here you have everything in one continuous feed. So I can see that Level Ventures has opened my deck. They went to slide 12. They opened it from a Taiwan and viewed it for 48 seconds. And then I have the investor reply. I can see that they replied. It's logged here. And last but not least, I have the notes. So here I can write stuff. This is internal. This is just for myself and my team members. Because on OpenVC, you can add as many team members as you want. So if you have co-founders, coaches, consultants, advisors, whoever, maybe your previous round investors help you raise, whoever it is, accelerator, they can contribute to the conversation. So you could say, hey, add Luca, buy them a box of chocolates, something like that, right? It's collaborative, and so you can collaborate on the CRM. Okay, so I showed you the pitch deck. I'm gonna double click on that and jump to the pitch deck menu here, right here. So this is basically a very simple pitch deck interface. I strongly encourage you to start with this. When you sign up to OpenVC, first thing you do, after watching this video, upload your pitch deck. Click here, upload PDF only, 10 megabits maximum. And this will give you, the links that you can share with investors, but it will also give you the AI review. And so you will find some urgent fixes here. So this deck, this is a demo deck, 1.5, it's not great. And then you have the slide by slide. So with specific suggestions for improvements. Now it's AI, it's not perfect, but honestly, it's gonna take you 90% of the way, and within like an hour, just go back and forth a few times, fix your deck, re-upload. It's gonna help you, guide you through the process. If you've never raised before, if you've never been on the investor side, it's gonna identify a lot of weaknesses and help you make a deck that is not only investor friendly, but also a deck that will clear the AI filters. Because now investors use a lot of AI to filter the decks. They don't even open your deck, right? They just screen it with AI and decide if they want to open it. So you have to optimize your deck for AI, and that's what we help you do here. Free users have this section available for free, and then paid users have the slide-by-slide breakdown. But unlimited shareable links. So if you're reaching out to 1,000 investors, you can do that at no cost, and you'll have all the analytics as well. Now that's the big picture for OpenVC. I'm going to stop here. It's already 10 minutes long. Just a few more things that you might find valuable. Number one, if you have any questions, please click in the bottom right in this corner here. You have a chatbot. It has been trained on our documentation. So it resolves 92% of queries instantly. So really, if you have a question, just drop it here. You get the answer. If it cannot answer, there is me, there's Marie, there's Luca. We are checking this every 12 hours. So you'll get a human reply very quickly. You also have a bunch of other features. I'm not going to show you everything, just going to let you know they exist. And then, I encourage you to take advantage of them. The perks, these are discounts, credits, deals worth $2 million on different software and tools that you're going to use. So Google Cloud, Azure, Airtable, Stripe, HubSpot, Salesforce, whatnot. You have tons of discounts here. And this basically covers the cost of your OpenVC subscription and more. So it's kind of a no-brainer if you have the paid membership. VC events, this is a new feature we just added, and you have a list of OpenVC webinars. So we do webinars 2 to 4 times a month, so you can join. Sometimes you can bring your deck to get a review with a human. You can learn how to raise in a more founder-friendly environment. 1 hour, same day, same hour every time. And some of them are free, some of them are paid. But you also have other investor events. So you can, find, I'm in Paris, find Paris events where you can meet investors. So this is a new feature, still working on it, but it's 80% there and it's already helpful. The landing page, that's for those of you who are post-revenue and are in, CPG or e-commerce, and you're looking to finance your inventory or your seasonal marketing spend, this kind of stuff. We can aggregate different lending offers and help you compare them. So that's convenient. If you don't see the lending menu, it's because you're not eligible, so don't worry about it. But then the part I really, really encourage everyone to go through is the learn to raise. Okay, if you have never raised before, your first job is not to build an investor list. Your first job is to learn how to raise. There's no secrets. There's no fundraising secrets. But if nobody tells you how to build a deck, if nobody tells you how to read the term sheet, you cannot invent it. It's not something you learn in school. It's not something you learn at the office. So we have a masterclass. It's 24 videos, 5-6 minutes each, covers every topic. That's a really good starting point. It's available for, at the moment, only for paid users. We're working on a cheaper plan that will make it available to more people. The webinars, I mentioned that. The ebook, free to download. The podcast, free to listen to. And the blog. The blog is extremely rich with tons and tons of resources. We just published something on market size for startups, for example. So if you want to know actually how to do a VC grade market sizing, it's 20 pages of frameworks, formulas, examples, illustrations. So this is definitely something you should look at. And I think that's it. I'm going to stop here. Once again, any questions, any doubts, any concerns, use the chatbot bottom right, or you can email us support@openvc.app. We reply within 24 hours. Best of luck with your raise. Wish you all the best with your startup, and thank you for staying until the end. Bye-bye.